live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Rob Nickens, Theodore Roosevelt, head basketball coach.
They don't have us ranked. They don't have us on the bubble. Why are they sleeping on Theodore Roosevelt this year?
Being honest, though, I never worry about rankings. I've been here a long time. I always want to play my best in the end, and I always worry about being ranked on the last day of the season. So, I heard that we weren't ranked. For me, that's great, and for my program, that's great because that's motivation for my guys to understand what we need to do and the work that needs to be put in to be where we want to be at come late March.
Got you. Theodore Roosevelt played in all of the DCIAA championships except one since 2011. Speak about the consistency.
Just being able to have guys buy into the system. Like I tell people every day, it's hard to win championships. Anybody that's been around this program knows that we're going to play our best come March. But I don't think people really understand how hard it is to not only win a championship, but to get to a championship game every year. Especially being Theodore Roosevelt, you got everybody wants to beat you night in, night out. And, we play probably one of the toughest non-conference schedules in the area every year to prepare ourselves for tournament play. So, it's not an easy task. But, I look at the Duke Blue Devils of the world and I look at the Kansas Jayhawks. And that's where I get my motivation to schedule the way I do and be consistent in the way we are every year. At Theodore Roosevelt, every year you have an opportunity to play for a championship or be in the mix to play for a championship. And I think that just tells you the character and what we built about on 4301 13th Street Northwest.
Gotcha. You lost some seniors due to graduation. Speak about some players returning and some key, figures that we should be watching out for.
Well, returning, we have Darius Miles. Everybody in the area is talking about Darius. 6'6", grew 5 inches in the last 3 months, which is crazy, which is mind-boggling. Reminds me of the situation with the kid Lindo at Wilson, who had that tremendous growth spurt over that last summer. Left-handed, can score at all 3 levels, a great passer, basketball IQ is off the chart, and a kid that we really leaned on last year, honestly, is a true freshman to carry us down the stretch last year. So his experience on the floor playing in big games last year, I think will carry over to this year and give us a great opportunity to have him be one of the best players in the city. Marcus Dockery transferring in here, great guard, can play the 1 or the 2, can score at all 3 levels, very consistent in running the team, and is a guy that I think doesn't get enough credit for being the defender that he is, but he will here at Theodore Roosevelt. Marquise Brown returning. What do you say about Marquise, a 2-year starter here? A 3-year starter here now. The kid is 52-16 in his Roosevelt career. I mean, it's not too many pros can say they 52-16 in a year. I mean, he plays basketball at a high level, and Marquise is one of the kids that I believe will hopefully get us over the championship pedal this year.
Got you. Under the radar players that may have a breakout season.
Always got to talk about Kareem James, Anthony Stanley, which we call Mello, and Terrence Graves. 3 veterans that have come off the bench for us. Also, Alvin Judd, another kid that had came off the bench for us over the last couple of years. These guys have really worked hard this summer, and I think they're going to make a tremendous impact on the program this year. I've seen the work. I've seen these guys, go from playing in front of 5,000 or 6,000 at UDC, under the lights for the first time to now being ready to take on that type of situation late in the season. I think that would be great for us come March.
Gotcha. I'm glad you said that whole UDC situation. You all took a tough loss in the championship to Wilson last year and up UDC. What was your message to the players after that game that preparing them for this season coming up?
I can honestly say last year, man, at the end of the season, we had a lot of hits. Point guard Dirk Brown, who's playing college basketball up in New York now, had a concussion. We lost Brandon Howe to transferring to Wise last year. We can go on and talk about Leon Gray, who plays quarterback here at Roosevelt, will be back this year. He didn't play all last year. So, losing them 3 guys and being able to rebound and recover, that was hard. That was tough. But, Theodore Roosevelt, nobody ever understands that, hey, he lost people, he lost that guy. What we do here, man, and this is something that I think I do very well, is that next man up. Even when you play here, we've had injuries. You never know what's going to happen during the basketball season. That's why we prepare our guys to play in a system that the next man can step in and get it done. and that's what we believe. Yeah, that game last year was tough for us, but that game also helped us understand that, hey, to be able to win a city championship in this city, you're going to have to play in front of a couple thousand to get it done, and we understand that here at Theodore Roosevelt.
Got you. Speak about your non-conference schedules that's preparing your team for the conference play later on down the line.
Well, non-conference wise, I think I'm playing the top 4 charter schools in the city. And everybody's talking about basketball around the area now, that you got to play everybody. We playing National Collegiate. We opened up with Chavez tonight. Thurgood Marshall was very good every year. And we also playing Friendship Tech Prep. So them are 4 of the top charter schools in the area that we playing. If you look at on a national level, we going to St. Louis for Christmas to play in the Normandy Holiday Classic, which is supposed to have some of the top teams in the Midwest in that tournament, which, we playing 4 games in 4 nights, which will prepare you for DCIAA play and tournament play. So we're going to Philly to play in the Martin Luther King Holiday Classic up there in Philly against Martin Luther King and my man Sean Colston, what he do up there every year, one of the top programs on the East Coast. And then we traveling down to North Carolina, man, to play the DMV Carolina Classic. So, we hitting the road heavy this year to be able to be ready come March.
Got you. So we all know Roosevelt MO. Pressure, basketball, speed up the pace, pick you up 94 feet. What are some other expectations we could be saying or expecting from Roosevelt?
I'm being honest, man. So you know this. I can't lie. I'm a man-to-man guy. I'm a pressure full court man-to-man guy. I love my style, believe in my style. I've been playing that style of basketball for my 24 years of coaching. But we will mix it up a little bit. I think last year I showed that I can play 2 different ways. When we went to Wilson last year, everybody thought we was going to play pressure basketball the whole game like we did, and I went zone the whole game. So, whatever gets us over the gates that night, that's what Rob niggas going to do. I don't have a certain situation that I want to play, but I'm going to play pressure basketball, and anything that, comes up in the game where we can adjust, we will adjust to be able to win. That's what I'm going to do here.
Got you. Some season goals.
The goals stay the same. They don't change much. To win the DCIAA is always the first goal. I would say 1-1. To win the DCIAA is always a goal, first goal. To get every senior I have in the program in college is also a #1 goal. To be able to go to the state tournament and have an opportunity to play for the state championship is always a goal. And at the end of the day, man, it's for these kids to have fun. That's the #1 goal. I think basketball in the city, it's so much pressure with it, but these kids supposed to have fun. And when I'm coaching these kids, I know they with me. They're not in the streets late at night.
Got you. So let the people know if we're interested in catching Theodore Roosevelt in action tonight. How can we do that?
Carl High School, 7 o'clock tonight. Jump ball, first game of the season. Roosevelt versus Chavez. It should be a track meet. Malcolm Battle of Chavez does an outstanding job of this program. They're pretty much one of the teams that plays similar to Roosevelt. We get up and down, both of us, so that should be a bomb burner. And there's just some great teams up there tonight. Wilson's playing tonight against Rock Creek Christian. You got Carroll playing against Thurgood Marshall, and you got Sidwell Friends playing against Virginia Academy. So Eric Singletary, Lafayette Dumlin at Thurgood Marshall, great coaches, just a lot of great coaches. Eric Sing, Mike Powell making his debut. Should be some great basketball. Angelo, man, at Wilson, some great basketball coaches coaching tonight, and it should be some bomb burners. I'm definitely looking forward to us going up there and making a great showing.
Got you. I know we come in with a chip on our shoulder. Cesar Chavez got us last year in the
About
same.
one at the buzzer.
At the buzzer. At the same. So I'm expecting, coming playing with a chip on our shoulder. Before we get up out of here, just shout out Who's Mizzou Network for me, Coach.
Who's Mizzou Network. Fonzo Duckett, man, one of the best kids I've ever coached in my program. To see you doing this type of work now, man, it's just amazing, man, to be able to come back and not only interview me, but to interview my kids. And I see the way you cover the whole area, man. It's not an event that's going on that you're not around it, to be able to put some type of input or impact on it for the city can see this great work that you're doing. So, hey, Zo, man, love you, man, like a son, and, man, continue to do what you do. Who's Mizzou Network, best in the city.
Yeah. Live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who do I have right here?
I'm Anthony Staley, a.k.a. Mello.
Got you.
I played a 3, and I graduated 2K18.
Got you. Melo, you one of the X factors here on the team.
Yes, sir.
Speak about what you bring to the table.
Man, I'm the best rebounding guard on the team, and I'm going to defend, and the points going to come. That's all, man.
Got you. So what are some of your team and personal goals that you have this year?
We trying to win the championship, point blank. We're going to get the job done. We trying to keep our grades on the same level. We doing good academically, and yeah. Trying to get to the next level, college.
Got you. Speaking of the championship,
yes.
you all took a L in the championship last year.
Definitely.
Speak about that whole experience and what you gained from that.
From that experience, I gained the experience, man. I realized I gained experience of losing, and I want to win this year. I'm a senior. This is my last year. I got to do a bit. Got
you. Speaking of a senior, speak about your senior leadership and, some of those traits you have.
As far as senior leadership, like as far as the JV guys and the newcomers of varsity, I be teaching them certain stuff to do, like as far as the court, as far as these females in high school and all that.
Got you.
So all that plays a big role.
So what should we be expecting from the Theodore Rough Riders this year?
We trying to win. That's all. We trying to win.
Got you. One time before we get up out of here, just shout out Who's Mizzou Network for
Who's Mizzou Network. Shout out to the biggest network on the L website, YouTube. Shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah, tell them
Uptown is what we do.
Yeah.
Uptown is what we do, man. Shout out Roosevelt, everybody.
I'm on Who's Mizzou Network. Who do I have right here?
Darius Miles. I'm in the 10th grade, and I played shooting guard.
Got you. You was on the team last year, towards the second half of the season. Your role increased. Your role on the team increased. Speak about what you bring to the table here on the Rough Riders.
I like to pass first. I'm a pass first type guard, and I like to get my team involved in the game, and I like to hustle on defense.
Got you. What are some of your team and individual goals you have for this upcoming season?
For team goals, trying to go to the championship again this time. Fortunately, come out with a win. And for my goal, I just want to hustle.
Got you. What did you learn from that championship loss last year? You played in the championship game, started in the championship game as a freshman. What did you learn and what type of experience you gained?
It was a good experience, and can't be selfish. That's what I learned, can't be selfish.
Got you. What can we be expecting for the Theodore Roosevelt Rough Riders this year?
A ring.
Got you. One time before we get up out of here, just shout out Who's Mizzou Network for me.
Shout out to Who's Mizzou Network.
We live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who do I have right here?
Darius Buchanan, class of 2019, 4.
First and foremost, congratulations on your Gravy Bowl title and the state championship.
Thank you.
But now we're transitioning into the basketball season.
Yes, sir.
What do you bring to the table on the Rough Riders team?
I'm a great rebounder, and also I'm a great post defender. I defend the post well, and also you can use my athleticism to beat other slow fours because I'm a little quicker than them.
Got you. What are some of your team goals and individual goals you got this year?
Some of my team goals is to win the championship. I've been in the championship my 9th and 10th grade year and lost both, so we're real hungry this year to get it. And individual goals, I want to average a double-double. I feel like no four in the inner high can jump with me or can rebound better than me.
Got you. Over the summer, over the off season, what aspects of your game did you work on?
My ball handling and my shooting, because a lot of people don't respect my shooting, but this year I'm going to wake a lot of people up.
Got you. What should we be expecting from the Theodore Roosevelt Rough Riders this year?
Very physical team. No easy layups getting through the lane. We got a lot of shooters coming back this year, so it's going to be hard for teams to get out to all the shooters. Got
you. One time before we get up out of here, shout out Who's Mizzou Network for me.
Shout out to Who's Mizzou Network.
Live on Who's Mizzou Network. Who do I have right here?
Marquise Brown, class of 2018, point guard.
Marquise Brown, what are some aspects in the offseason that you worked on your game?
Worked on my pull-up and my mid-range jump shot and my three-pointer.
Got you. What do you bring to the table here at Roosevelt?
Here at Roosevelt, I'll be a leader on the floor.
You're a senior this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Being a leader on the floor, being a role model, making sure my teammates on task, playing defense, and just keeping the team on task.
Got you. Some team goals and individual goals you have.
Team goals, well, you should know that already. Get back to the championship, win the championship this year, and we're looking to win states also. Individual goals, my goals this year is to be first team all DCIAA and first team states too.
Got you. What can we be expecting for the Theodore Roosevelt Rough Riders this year?
This year is gonna be a lot of running, a lot of trapping. It's gonna be a lot of alley-oops, and a lot of shooting, because everybody on the team this year can shoot the ball. So there's going to be a lot of that this year, too.
Got you. You said one of your goals is getting back to the DCIAA championship. Since you've been here, you 0-2 in the championship game, correct?
Yeah.
What do you and your team have to do to make sure you all reach that goal?
Just stay focused the whole year, you know, take every game one by one. Don't never look ahead of a team. And, you know, just stay on task, just push every day, work hard. We real focused this year, more focused than we was last year. So, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Got you. One time before we get up out of here, just shout out Who's Mizzou Network.
Shout out to Who's Mizzou Network.